Okay. Up first, Zarya's KO. Just taking a aggro beatdown deck, basically. Right? Nothing too complex about it. See how it fares. You know what, we'll take the crown instead. Beast Within, Pulping, Zealous Beating, Breakneck Battery. Technically we could go for some sort of opening here. Not horrible, right? We could pitch the Breakneck Battery. Maybe still play the Zealous Beating. Yeah, there's nothing in the arsenal, so might as well with the Pulping. 50-50. Nope. Yeah, so now we can just do Pulping, Beast Within. I mean, they probably just, block through most of it, but... Game gave us something, so might as well try it. You could also just Mandible Claw, I suppose, and stash the Pulping. That's probably a better option, actually. Eating up some of the equipment's nice, though. We have the Might token now. We want Beast Within to cycle back. Alright, so Pulpings, Wild Rides, Savage Feast. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with this. We do probably want to overblock. We're just going for a nice swing turn. I'm just going to go crazy. Hey, Saidama. No worries, enjoy school. Thanks for popping in, say hi. They're probably very confused, because most people wouldn't just dump that much equipment. What they swap to? No, they're still shredding. Interesting. And swapping to something else. To Shakedown. So, if they pick blue... Yeah, well, they're not going to pick blue. What are they picking? They picked... Did it say what they picked? Did they pick blue? They actually picked blue against KO. That's interesting. But we might as well try and pop off. Even though we don't have a blue. I'm just going to Savage Sash. We could pop the coin to cycle something. I don't think that's worthwhile. It's not the Pulping from the arsenal to start. Probably just the Savage Feast, since it's a 0, and we might draw into a blue to pitch with. And then we can use the Bean Trackers anyway. Yeah, so we drew into a blue. So now we can do Wild Ride off the blue. And then Pulping and maybe a swing. They're letting it through. They saw the hand. Oh no, FaB seen. It's still the card in the arsenal we're wanting to get rid of. I can't play the Pulping from the arsenal. So he can swing and then play Pulping. Well. That is our big turn done, basically. And push as much as I would like. Now it's all just about trading and keeping up the pressure. It all through. They like their hand. Probably want the blue to come back around first. Alright, this isn't so bad. Madcap Charger. Do a Bare Fangs, probably. As long as it, you know, hits correctly. It'll be a 50-50. I mean, the Savage Feast follow-up. Well, actually can't play because we won't have a card, but arsenaling it's not horrible. Hits create a Frailty, Inertia, or Blood Rot. They get to pick. We're probably just dumping our hand every time, so we don't really care. I'm just going to trade. What do they pick? That's curiosity. Frailty only affects Klloo. I feel like it'd be Inertia, yeah. Yeah, so we might as well just try and play everything anyway. Come on, get rid of the perfect. Luck is on our side. Cool, and Beast Within allows us to still stash something, which doesn't really matter because of the inertia. If only we had an action point to swing. Oh, there's a Blood Rush Bellow and the Art of War and a blue. This is going to be a good turn. So basically, we can gold, get the resource, Art of War of the Bare Fangs, and then Blood Rush Bellow. That ruins us, basically, because I have to discard a card. That is awful. I have to hope what I draw off the gold is an attack, which there's a high chance it is. In which case, the attack we probably want most is probably going to be Wild Ride. Wild Ride or Pulping. Pulping gets shut down. I mean, Bare Fangs is a finisher. Oh, so many ifs. So many ifs. We'll take the Bare Fangs. And we will have to discard a Bare Fangs, unfortunately. Another Death Touch. 6. And they pick a Nurture again. Fine. Alright, coin. There's the Run Roughshod. Perfect, it's an attack, so we can Art of War. And we want to banish and draw 2, and we want the go again. Problem is they're both reds. Alright. Not great, but not horrible. So we can Bare Fangs off the Savage Feast and hope to get something, and it's still doing okay-ish damage. Not the biggest swing turn I was hoping for. I assume they just Death Touch over and over again. Yeah. Losing the one card from hand was so detrimental. Another blue, another Art of War. Another Death Touch. Into another Codex. Ugh. What do we want this time? Well, actually, we know it's an attack, right? So I can take Pulping. Madcap is go again, the other one's draw, but we'll have draw, so get rid of the Madcap. Actually, no, I won't, because I have to pitch. Unless I don't take the banish. Even though Witness is deck and card in Arsenal. I mean, we could just stall. What's my other play? Let's still be draw 2 and look for something else. This is attack extra cards for -1, so it's 2/2. What can they do? I guess it's a double block by turn. Problem is that just gives them tempo now. It's not horrible. They don't have tuning up, so that's kind of better. Whether or not they have anything to disrupt the Arsenal hand. Otherwise, our turn is Art of War. Probably get rid of the weakest link. Well, actually, we can give it a go again, so I can get rid of the Wild Ride. Doesn't really matter what it is, we're letting it through. We're just hoping for another Death Touch. Seems to be what they like to throw out most. They're going for Banish. No, go again. Do a Shakedown. So no matter what color they pick now, we're screwed. I could cycle the blue and gain block if we need to play more defensively. Or whatever the follow-up is. We'll have go again. They picked blue last time and got screwed. Problem is I don't have anything to do with the other 2 resources. Actually, the Defend Whip might have been a good pick as well. Well, actually, no, probably doesn't have defense. See what color they pick now. We do have a little bit more block. I think they picked red. I wish it tells us. Yeah, they picked red. I assume they still have Shred. Oh. 2 blues, that's kind of meh. I guess it's still pulping first. And then that activates Rising Speed. Unless we draw into another blue, we can't get all 3, unfortunately. That'd be the best scenario. Well, pulping could hit whatever card it does draw. Then we go pulping, Rising Speed, weakest link off the 2 blues. And that would probably be a decent enough swing turn. Tunic into Command and Conquer. That screws us over. Unfortunate. Yeah, it could still be Shred. Pulping rising speed still doesn't work off of one blue. Well, it's still double block. Oh no, it's triple block actually. Or full block. I think it's let it through and try to make something with the cards in hand. We add your wind up and then hope weakest link hits. Yeah. Well, they probably block it. Ooh. Ah, they knew they didn't have anything. Unfortunate. Well. Weak mandible. No go again mandible. I feel like there was a turn when they could have used Balance of Justice. Way too many blues. I mean, they should definitely have us, yeah. I don't think there's no way they don't. Block. Our turn is just so bad in response. Yeah, see, they can just chip us down with daggers anyway at this point. Like, there's no out for us. You know, Witness sinks our hand and basically puts us in a state where we can't recover. Ooh. And now, no matter what they do, look knows. Maybe I should have just conceded. I always like playing it out, seeing what their hand was. Their codex is really just stuck it to us. It's actually so devastating if you have the arsenal free, which we do have a lot of the time. But we'll do another one with KO. Why is this not actually in the deck? There's something else I was thinking of adding. It's new. That's just as horrible. Yeah, it is in the inventory. Put that in the deck. And God, do we still want to go first? I think we still want to go first. We'll take Crown. We have an aggressive opening. We have Weakest Link. We have Pulping, which is nice. I guess it's still just the pulping. Do you want to do multiple attacks? Scarred, it's whatever you draw with the rising speed. And of course, it gets rid of the weakest link. I mean, Wild Ride isn't horrible, but probably just the rising speed. No. Probably just Claw and then Stash Wild Ride. That's probably the better scenario. And technically, we got some damage across. Blue. Dash that. 2 blues, some pulpings. Not the best. Taking this blade. That should be fine, right? No peeler. Does have piercing, but these are still fine. I should probably squeeze the value out of Savage Sash. I will probably pop it nice and early. And Bonds of Memory, which is deck and graveyard. I think we're fine to let it through. A decent turn if the blues survive. Getting rid of cards from the graveyard is fine. So we could cycle with the gold, but I think we're fine. Just go Wild Ride. Bitch the blue. Oh, that's interesting. Art of War. Look at that. Whether or not I want to use it this turn. Now there's a 50-50 that it gets discarded. Can you try and look for something better? Ah, we take a 50-50. Doesn't have Dominate, it's fine. And we claw and stash the Madcap. Hoping to be able to stash it for a bigger turn next turn. Right, we can use in conjunction with Savage Sash. Just having that one extra go again, along with the Bean Trackers, shores up a lot of stuff. Probably should have been more aggressive and just played it, thinking about it. We had the one resource, so I could have gotten rid of the other card. That's the go again, not the draw. Savage Feast is sort of fine. I mean, there's a whole bunch of noughts. If we had more go again, it'd be a lot better. Beckoning Mistblade. I think denying the go again is worthwhile. I think we are popping off next turn. Even though Witness is Arsenal. Losing that matter that much? Yes, because I'd rather play them two than Savage Feast. Right? I'm also not seeing them play a lot of blues. Well, the bonds and stuff. It's a double and wait a turn. And they probably still have a way over it. So I'd have to commit more than that. You know what? We'll let that go and just see where Beast Within leads us. Yeah. So, do I Savage Feast? That's the question. I don't. I Madcap Charger of Savage Feast and hope to hit the Beast Within to go into something else. Yeah. I can't stash it. I could cycle it with the gold. Look for something better to stash. Might as well. Breakneck Battery. Oh, fantastic. But still a card. Then go into our Savage Sash turn. A couple blues, Bare Fangs, draw a card. They're not the greatest set of cards. care for the extra might token. Are we just like bare fanging next turn? If I don't block, I could Agile Wind Up, Savage Feast, and then try to do something else. Not horrible. I guess I should be trying to Breakneck Batter into it. Means I can block with one card. But nothing I have had 6 or more. Never mind. I feel like this is the biggest bait. Because it really hasn't had much of an impact. Look at the hand, banish a card with the same color as the banish card. I mean, Chancellor hits a red, in all honesty. Like, there's a big chance that this hits a red. So I'm gonna let go. And just Nick. Does that double trigger it? I don't think so. That was the red. Let it be another red. It was a yellow. It's annoying. It's still Savage Feast into Breakneck then. No, I don't have the cards, do I? We Breakneck. We discard one, we don't draw. Breakneck Swing, I think, is the go. I don't mind putting Savage into the arsenal, actually. Blood Rush Bell, okay. No disruption, and then we go for Savage. Not baiting me this time. This has very little impact with your current hand. Even if it's 2 bonds, it's not insane. The CNC. We lose the Savage Feast, but we can still Blood Rush. Is that better? Having a 0 is good, but it's not worth double blocking, plus we can't really block anyway. Hey Hazel. I'm good. How about yourself? Alright. To be honest, I shouldn't have sashed straight away. Should have followed first. We'll say no to that so far. We get a blue, we get Zealous Beating. There should be Zealous Beating, Run Roughshod, I think. Yeah. And then I can still swing after the Wild Ride. Sorry, not Run Roughshod, Pitch Run Roughshod. You most certainly can share whatever you like, but I will say I'm not in the market or have any need for any outsourcing artwork. Still don't need the bean trackers. And then Mandible Claw to finish it off. Alright. Now the back and forth struggle commences. Yeah. Pitch-wise, it's horrible. But, you know, we could get lucky and go Wild Ride, Rising Speed. Don't have to worry about Arsenal Disruption. But a hand card. And we only have 2 block anyway. Doesn't really matter. sort of at their mercy and just trading blows back and forth. Yeah, this is where we get screwed over. So I have to get rid of a red. I have to keep a yellow to actually play something. They most likely get rid of Bare Fangs. That stops me playing Bare Fangs. But I'd like to just obviously play Bare Fangs. They didn't, that's interesting. More damage. Interesting. Horrible. Horrid. Absolutely horrid. Oh, that just lost me the game. This hand, I could have swung back, right? If one of these cards was a discard, I'd have a pitch, I'd have a decent chance of cycling. But this is just... This is an absolute horrid hand. And now they have tempo again. Right, that was the one moment of swing. Oh, horrible. And like Arsenal and Cardia sucks as well. Oh god. I guess I Beast Within. I can't even beat trackers. Just. Horrible. Oh god. Maybe I should just swung and kept one, but kind of need to do the most damage. Well, actually I could have still kept a Beast Within. That tilted me a lot. It appears their draw isn't that much better, luckily. What are we looking for? Same name. And Venomous Bind for +3. Right, they're just trying to get their damage out, I guess. Hey, 7 foot. Oh, that's good to hear. What are they banishing? We still have Art of War, so this can still be a decent turn. Fool. Just made my deck slightly more consistent. Oh, that sucks. Well, it's the Breakneck Battery and a Run Roughshod, and maybe a swing, I guess. No, I don't have enough pitch. I mean, it's still pushing a decent amount of damage. Oof. There's a good way to summon up. Though online, you can play whatever you want. This is such a awful problem to have. Many blues. Well, I guess we can block. I mean, I'd like to stash the Run Roughshod. I guess it's just blocked with one of them. I mean, most likely it's just Nick, right? So that puts it to 7. Is it I can never remember, is it +5 or +6? I should be overly conservative, I think. And play around just a Nick at this point. I think Assassin and Guardian are actually the two Mask. The two classes I've played least. Alright, that's a bit better, considering we still have boots. Yeah, I carry the same sentiment. I do mainly like playing heroes that I have the cards in person for. I don't know, it feels better. In saying that, you will rarely see me do anything like super competitive. Or I have no LGS, unfortunately. That's close to me. They probably want... How do they pitch further? They probably want Scale Peeler first. Oh no, they picked the wrong one, I guess? Well, they didn't have a blue to pitch. 4. Are we at threat of anything? Probably. I mean, there's bound to be an attack react. Alright, we can try and make something of this. So it's definitely a Savage Feast off the Wrecker Romp. We pray it hits the beast within, and we can use the bean trackers. It did not. Fantastic. I mean, we still draw a card, so it's still worth giving it a go again. Let's Mandible Claw off, and then run Roughshod. Hey, Sergeant Rob. How you doing? I had an absolute unforgivable turn. They had nothing, so they just emptied their hand, so no card in Arsenal. And then I drew 2 Beast Withins and 2 Run Roughshods. And it was a miserable time. This is technically more damage, so maybe I should use Beast Within. Wait, I have a Mandible Claw. Never mind. They also stole our Art of War. That was not fun. I mean, I can still Beast Within for the 1 extra damage. I'm enjoying KO and his no-miss shenanigans. If only we had a way to ping. So how do we pull this back? Pulping? Pulping could net us the 1 extra damage. Problem is, we have absolutely no block, which is fantastic. So I guess I'm gonna have to let that through. Well, no, it's just completely chance whether or not they have something. We'll let that through and hope that whatever they're doing, I can block with a 3. Only till he out-owls, and then you'll never see me playing Rhino. Ah, just Nick. Wait. Oh, they can still buff it. Base, damn it. I found Art of War fits into this quite nicely. Although, surprisingly, it feels like often we have way too many blues. Yeah, look at that. 86 damage threatened. And that's not including the first turn where I did actually throw shit out. GG. Not really. Crown and Art of War. Plus Blood Rush. What else? I forget what else I'm running. Basically... the mini go agains. Why am I so bad at typing today? Possible. Yeah, I'd call this deck pretty degenerate. Basically trying to always throw out like 2 to 4 cards every turn. Had one absolutely horrible hand when you gave me back tempo. I wish this box was a little bit bigger. Cheers. Alright. We'll do one more, because these are nice and quick. I want to play Riptide, but at the same time, every time I play my version of Riptide, it's like an hour long. Although, that would have been really good against Bravo. Alright, do we do anything on our first turn? I don't really want to let them set up, but this hand is also not fantastic. I kind of want to cycle away a blue. Keep one, stash the Wild Ride. Boulder Drop, interesting. I think I stashed the weakest link instead of the Wild Ride. Because I don't want to discard it. Because it could extend us. They seem to just be aggro as well. There's no crush effects, so let it through. The reason I have Crown is because we can basically, you know, get one free resource off Wrecker Romp, or any blue, and that just, it goes a decent way. Now their weakest link sucks ass against us. It's definitely that. Well, they have no way to buff it, so I guess I don't have to overblock. What do we have? We have a 3 and a 3. So I can get away with that since we're throwing out. Don't have to block with the Wrecker Romp if I want the token. I want the token that much? I guess so. We can still try and do something. They have no card in Arsenal, so we can pulping weakest link, if as long as we don't discard. I guess that's not horrible. I don't think it's worth stashing. Ah, we got a red. That's a problem. It's a big problem, actually. Can't even Klloo. I mean, I could, and it sucks to do it. I could sash just to keep the momentum. It's such a loss in the long run, though. But I think I have to just for the momentum. React? Nope. They didn't have anything. I feel like weakest link is just the screw of a brute. It misses so often. Alright, the Art of War is kind of okay. God, do I get a strength token? Probably Art of War. Oh, this is nice. Just a slugfest. We're trading back and back. Alright, but the beautiful thing is Art of War with Savage Feast is kind of good. Problem is I have to then ditch the Wild Ride and hope for 2 better cards. But giving it a go again is so impactful. It's free now, basically. Vanish, go again. Go Wild Ride. Oh, Beast Within, that could go a long way. Ah. Now I wish I had Savage Sash again. So we can Feast 50-50, or I can Pulping, make it a guarantee, but then lose the Feast. We like to gamble. We like to get rewarded. So we don't need the bean trackers. Oh yeah, another Savage Feast. Oh, and another Beast Within. Huh. Deja vu. Okay. So, it's not a 50-50 this time, and I can give it a go again. Now this is the turn we like. Would have been way more disgusting with the Savage Sash, but at the same time, it would have lowered the odds. So I wouldn't be able to pitch. So it's a run roughshod and a swing, I guess. Do I want to stash Savage Swing? I don't want to stash Savage Swing, but I can use the gold in this scenario to try and look for something better. Another Art of War. Oh, okay. Into a pulping. They can deny this one though, so it's not as great. And we lose the go again. We had to take the go again, it's just what if? Alright, so if we had Blood Rush Bellow or the Savage Sash, that would have been a lot more disgusting. That was pretty disgusting. For a Brute, right? Look at... We're pitching 4 cards as Brute. God, I probably want 1 blue, and then the others. Problem is, now it's their turn, yeah, to just screw me over. So we discard 2. Is it at random? It is at random. So I suppose we're just apexing, getting the... Well, it doesn't actually matter if we get the token. I do want to avoid damage, though. I mean, these are the 3 cards, though, that I want 1 in the arsenal, so I suppose this is still correct. Yeah, because now we can stash Wild Ride. Lose the Might, but it's fine. They have tempo now. Don't be another crippling. Oh, God. Well, it is what it is. We can still Wild Ride. Maybe. Well, we can't end up playing the Rising Speed. Into an Art of War. We survive. I mean, chances are it's not another Crippling Crush. Don't let it be another Crippling... Ah, it's CNC. Well, I actually don't mind losing the Art of War. But I can also trade up and put a card in hand. Ah, okay. Interesting. I guess because I was going to be able to get it out of Arsenal, I suppose. I would have liked to see how that played out, because it seemed kind of close, right? But they were the aggressor, so they should have won. Oh well. Sucks too, because I'm definitely putting that on YouTube for the Art of War turn. Or actually, I should wait and see what the match is. But it does feel like we need to cut some blues, weirdly, from it. Oh god, where is he? There's the green boy. Yeah, 15 blues is actually kinda too many. I could put in more strategic stuff, I suppose. I don't think Mascobra works. Riptide. Riptide is probably a guaranteed loss. No matter what version they play. Because either the arrows debilitate us, or the traps debilitate us. They are seemingly aggressive Riptide with Dreadball. They pitched away Buzzsaw. That's intriguing. Gold coin. Knock the resource. I guess we just go for it. Again, we can be shut down by a trap, so here's what it is. The fact that they got rid of Buzzsaw kind of makes me think their hand is trap heavy. Wild Ride. That was also not the correct order, because I should have Blood Rush Bellowed for a higher chance to hit the Beast Within, and then use the Overflow resources to restock the hand. Yeah, so that was the wrong order, because we wanted to hit the Beast Within. Never mind. We're just that lucky. Alright. Got a blue. That's good. And Madcap Charges go again. So it's not the draw. Alright, it's definitely Savage Sash. And watch it now just be shut down. And I feel like it's Bear Fangs first. And we gain the action point, right, in case it shuts down Go again. Yeah. I mean, everything else is kind of whatever to play. We want to get the card out of Arsenal, though, to open up the pulping. I mean, have we drawn? We've drawn enough, right? So they'll be using that as well. That's problematic. They are arrows. That's good. They can get rid of the card in Arsenal, so that's bad. After pulping, I think. We Mandible first. At least we're trading equipment. I'm guessing they regret the Buzzsaw now. I'm still curious what this is. They must just be setting up for a big arrow. Ravenous Rabble, yeah. So just aggressive Riptide. Oh, Pitfall. We will not pay. That's the Arsenal card done. That makes us happier. Now we can pulping. Get the Go again. Go Savage Feast. Fortunate. One card short. But it's still a nice card to Arsenal. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Feel like that should be enough. I should have split up the blues actually, because this will probably go long. For us now to have the aggressive aspect. Yeah. Premeditate into whatever arrow this is. Should be fine. Oh, into just Codex. Into Ravenous Rabble. I don't want to double block with it, because we're playing Art of War. Plus we didn't have a 6. Oh, no, yeah, we did have a 6. Hey, D. Wander to Arsenal something else. Missed our KO combo last game. We did some crazy stuff with Art of War. What do I want to get rid of? Draw 2, go again. That smooths over Savage Feast, but Bare Fangs is still better. And we still have the 2 resources to play it as well. But yeah, Bare Fangs is still better. Maybe with the pulping as well. Bare Fangs and hope not for the run roughshod. I could Mandible Claw first. So what would it be? No, Mandible Claw will eat the R4, right? Next attack actually, nope, not one. Alright, so we Mandible Claw, empty the pitch, Bare Fangs off the run roughshod, hit the pulping, but then have the 1 resource for the Savage Feast. Versus if we Bare Fangs first and hits the blue, right? We don't have the 1 resource for the Savage Feast. Oh. Did we not discard yet? I guess we didn't discard yet. Right, this is banished, it's not an enabler. Don't mind me. That must have seemed absolutely ludicrous to them. Fine, we'll make it work. Alright, we know that's an attack, so I'm fine with pulping. No, it's remorseless. We're not doing much next turn, but I might as well grab the might. And then just Bare Fangs, I think. Wait, this is 5 anyway. Ah, we should still probably mitigate some damage. Apex is actually not as great in this. I have a lot more 5s. I guess it's still the pulping. Nah, it's still more damage. We want a Blood Rush Balor or another Art of War. So you can have a proper turn where I don't screw it up. Alright, Wild Ride, Weak Link, no good pitchable though. Golden Shot, so probably just throwing out damage. I need to cut Weak Link from this deck. I just put in Arsenal Disruption. The draw is eluding me. Alluring me. That's the 3rd Codex, I believe. Yeah. Another Remorseless. We take the 5, and then we're taking an extra 2 off of it. I probably don't need the weakest link. We might as well throw it out to block a little. And it's just Wild Ride, Savage Feast, I guess. Draw. No, we can't even Savage Feast. Can swing now though. Waiting for the one turn where we can play this. Art of War or Blood Rush Bellow should give us enough cards. Or I guess a blue. There we are. A blue though. That's fine. The 12 is horrendous, though. We don't lose anything, but then we basically have one turn to clap back. And the Blood Rot probably gets us. Is it worth investing? Yeah. Yeah, we go for the all or nothing. I mean, we're guaranteed not to be able to... Oh, we live, actually. It's not 3, it's 2. Blood Rush. Do that. Keeping the weakest link is a bit bad. Yeah. Yeah, they're all draw, unfortunately. At least we can Mandible Claw first this time. I guess I should be saving resources for Blood Rot then. Weakest link doesn't really matter. It's still Savage Feast, I think. The one extender here is a bit unfortunate. It would be nice to be able to just double Savage Feast here. Rising Speed could have come in handy. We didn't draw a yellow for the Blood Rot. It doesn't really matter, we won't have the resources. Wasn't it 2? Alright, we were taking damage from playing. Were we taking damage from playing cards? I thought we were on 3. I guess not. Oh, the trap damage from pinging. Ah, that's what got me. Yeah, so major misplay in that, what was it, the second turn? Where we could have popped off. Oh well. One more, and then we'll open some stuff, I think. Against Vizette. Well, this is the first time we have to keep the Skull Horn. Kind of a stash hand, but at the same time we can pulping. I guess it's worth double pulping. Get the Beast Within. Or whatever you draw. Yeah, that works too. And this should just get a little damage across. Plus, generating the Might is kind of helpful. I don't think we go for the double. We stash one. If we get the Beast Within, we probably would have continued. Some blues, Beast Within. Don't want the Agile. Means we can Bare Fang, guarantee to hit the Beast Within. Yeah, I do want the Agile. Yeah, definitely not cool. I think that's one thing that's helped me out is I've stopped being super aggressive and just being slightly aggressive. We lost the 50-50. We still play pulping. I kind of really want to hit the Beast Within though. I feel like we don't even continue. It's just generate the Might and then hopefully don't get screwed over. It seems like they're combo Vizette and they're just trying to build Rune Chant. But we did see the widespread. In which case we need a big turn. I mean, I could have Skull Horned, I suppose. If I really want to wait. We can sort of make a run at the same thing with Bean Trackers. take the 3. So what are we doing? I mean, Bare Fangs. It's probably the Sash turn. We have enough-ish pieces to try and make something happen. And you kind of want to wait for a Blood Rush Bellow. But I feel like we can gain back a lot of tempo if I just be a little bit aggressive next turn. Yeah. Dash. And then still 50-50 though. If we miss, we can use the Skull on, I suppose, and try to go for it again. Yeah, we keep missing. Well, being trackers, we can then use Cell Speeding and then guarantee the Skull Horn onto it, right? Because it's discard then draw. Nah, it's draw first. Still be a 50-50. Ah, gotta risk it though. Yeah, big reacts. Alright, 7 counters, that's kind of scary. Alright. The Zealous. And then the 50-50. Then we might as well pulping. And save the Skull Horn, I guess. Because you don't have to destroy it. We keep missing. I guess if they let us go. Do I swing or do I Skull Horn? Looking for something to stash. I feel like I have to keep up their aggression, because they'll just build enough Rune Chant where it doesn't matter what we pitch. Come on, just hit the Beast Within. Make this worthwhile. Take it. Wow. Ech. 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 Not great. I guess it's the Beast Within for the damage. One cost where we have to pitch, so we can't draw off of it. It's so awkward. I'd like to swing and do something, but we have to go for the most damage. I feel like that feels like RNG, but at the same time, you're still doing like crazy numbers. It's brute. I don't think we've gone them low enough though, right? I feel like they're they might be ready to pop off. There's the Blood Rush Bellow for the follow-up. They can't build enough. Gonna be a lot of damage. Maybe I should also just take Crown anyway, because you only have so many options to prevent Rune Chant before it's, unpreventable. Do I care to block with anything else? I feel like it's just Blood Rush Bellow. In which case I want to keep the whole hand. Swarming. Every match, just trade back and forth. First turn, destroy, draw a card, banish, top card of your deck, and you play this turn. Alright, Blood Rush. Pitch that. See what we get. Does this screw us over completely? It does screw us over completely. Ugh. We hope for non-brute. What do we get to play? Instead, they banish the top card of their deck, and they play it this turn. The Art of War would have still banished the card, draw 2. Hero would draw during an action phase. Instead, they banish the top card of their deck, and they play it this turn. Why am I missing 2 more cards? I get, oh right, because I can't play them because I have no cards to discard. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, so this is horrible. Hoping for a little payoff, but we got nothing. I should have probably just Mandible Clawed. Do we even have the resource to Mandible Claw? Draw. God, that is such a novelty effect that just does wonders against us. Guess I should have read it and saved. So our turn is Wild Ride into Rising Speed, which no matter what we draw, red or yellow still works. Yeah. But we are getting dangerously low. In fact, this might do it. Yeah, I can see why. I was gonna say, why are they creeping if they have eloquence? Low lesson learned. Oh, I'll do it. I mean, it's only 6. How much block do we have? 3. We have enough, technically. God. I'd have to Savage Feast, Rising Speed, and Wild Ride, and hope to claw, I guess. No, we discard what we draw, so that doesn't work. There'll be Savage Feast, but then there's no go again. I don't think there's a way for us to get 2 cards off, and then we're dead to Green Chant next turn anyway. Yeah, 6 matters not, unfortunately. And now the weakest link shows up. Game. A lot of damage put out that time. Alright, tweak the deck and then let's crack some packs. So I definitely think weakest link goes on the shelf. And I kinda wanna cut out some blues. I mean, barraging with the Go Again might have novelty use. It's either Wrecker Romp or Savage Swing. In which case, this being 2 cost, it might be able to be cut. It doesn't seem like we are struggling for resources since we have such a heavy yellow basis. I think what I want to chuck in is probably stuff that's a bit more damning. Sure. I'll take a look at your list, Rob. Also want Hide Tanners instead. We don't have enough 6s to make Apex that more impactful. So Scowling. Also kind of nice, just mitigate a turn. Guess we can put that in the inventory. Would kind of like more draw. They put this at 4 for this reason. Trying to think what else new came out with Miss Vale that I might like. Smashing? No, 3 costs is a bit too heavy. Discord. Alright, let's see Rob's. Ooh, Runner. That's probably what I'm forgetting. That will help lead into following turns. I guess Swing Big. Just because it's 2 for 8. Blues you're taking. Money Wind Up. I suppose having the ability to generate that extra Might token is kind of good. Rolled Up. See, well, I guess you take it for the 3 block. I'd assume then. I'm trying to think, would you ever play any of these at the, like, end of the game? If you, for whatever reason, manage to take a Brute into Fatigue. Are these blues super useful? Right? 1s and 2 costs, maybe. The Pound Town is an enabler with beat chests. Seems good too. Problem is, my OCD prevents me from taking 2s. I don't know why, I just hate not taking full. Either I'm fine with 1 copy or 3 copies. But being 2 is just, I don't know, my brain doesn't compute. But Runner is definitely something I want for this deck. Because the nice thing is, Runner then also works well with Art of War. Mighty Wind Up is also intriguing to me. Maybe instead of the Barraging. The 1, 1, and 2. I mean, the ability to throw this out on a Savage Sash turn is also kind of nice. Police bits. Yeah, that was horrible. You need those blues. That list beats 2 news. Yeah, mainly because what is new going to do with any of these? I mean, in my case, Savage Swing, detrimental. Run Rush Shot, same thing. Barraging Big On, same thing. The wind-ups are... Can they discard a banish card? No, they can't, right? So they can't use the instant effect either. So having the high-cost blues is also detrimental. I mean, comparatively, right, I'm taking way more yellows than you. I don't think I need as many blues. But then, you know, alternatively to that, you have a lot more big cards. Like, I don't think I have any 3s. Any 3 costs. Because I'm just trying to go full aggro. But I do think I'm missing out on Runner, which we put in. Savage Beatdown is intriguing. Because it can be so powerful. You don't have to discard. It's just like a better Bare Fangs, basically. I think the point of this deck, though, is to keep it low, so we'll go with Swing Big. I do like your list. It definitely has a lot more play arounds. It's something I always hate doing. I like a Brain Dead deck. When you've got no FaB, you've got Cast Bones for some of the longer matchups. You have more Arcane Barrier. I mean, the Null Rune I should probably be sideboarding, because again, the Apex doesn't do much for us. And then, more importantly, you have Arsenal Disruption. But I think I have 0. Right, that's all down here. And I should be running Command & Conquer. Let's see what your turns look like. So, given the cost, you'd probably keep the Agile Wind-Up, not use it, go Wild Ride into Weakest Link, probably. Alright, because if you pitch that, no matter what you draw or discard, you can then still play Weakest Link. The nice thing about Command & Conquer is it gives you more opportunity to block, right? Because you're less worried, right? This is impactful enough by itself to either, reduce your opponent's hand through them overblocking it, trying to conserve whatever's in their arsenal, or it disrupts their arsenal. With Runner in hand, you'd want to use the Agile Wind-Up, Downtown Pace for it, and then you'd probably... I assume you're still taking Mandible Claws. Swing. Yeah, I understand the value of Arsenal Disruption. I should probably put it in the deck. Did they both go in? Yeah, they did. Strength rules all. I dislike that because of like that over Wreck Havoc. I feel like getting... Well, I suppose it depends on the matchup. Yeah, actually, we're in a more aggressive sort of meta. Then packing. Is my list or your list? This is my list, that's why I can't find send packing. Banish card from the Arsenal chain. The results didn't hit. Return the banish card. Yeah, because then they can't get rid of it as well. Actually, I think that, yeah, send packing is probably so much better than the majority of Arsenal Disruption because of that clause, right? So it takes it off the table as a get out of, jail free card. So I think, yeah, because it's yellow as well. Send packing and Command & Conquer are probably the 2 cards I want. Question is then what to cut. I could probably get rid of like the yellow Savage Feast. Because I only have so many go again extenders for it anyway. I'm not cutting the Art of Wars. It comes in handy so many times. Especially because I do have a lot. I'm pretty sure I have a lot less block than you as well. But just being able to squeeze that one extra. But then also the flexibility to cycle a non-blocking attack to try and get 2 attacks, right? That is also super impactful for longevity. Not that I play that way, but that's the true reason, right, that I want to include Art of War. Is that flexibility to be able to take more of the non-blocks and try and transition them into blocks. I feel like Rising Speed and the Savage Feast. 8 that damage, but no fear gives me the flex on Guardians and Azalea. Also new. Yeah, that is actually really good tech. No fear for the bigger matchups. We're slowly making this more competitive. I like him as a yellow. Get rid of Breakneck Battery. Actually, the problem with no fear with this deck is I take a lot more 5s. Does that still matter? Actually, number of cards 6 more. While they're in your hand, they're still read as 6s, yeah? Yeah. No, so that's fine. Rising Speed, Silent Speeding are almost always triggered. Gotta be one of the Savage Feasts. In which case, I actually get rid of the red and keep the yellows. That's a good point, right? Because it also, yeah, plays around heavy discard. There's actually a lot more intricacies to Brute than I realized. You got weird outs to avoid shit. Interesting. Very interesting. I think we'll crack some packs. He's kind of like dumb smart. You're avoiding stuff in weird ways. What am I looking for? I think I've got more Edward open too. So we can look for some more swing bigs. Never have too many. I might play a few more games after too. Take the deck for a whirl. I do want to play Riptide. only problem with opening is how much I have to move stuff around on my desk. Make everything fit. That's kind of alright. Alright. I have no idea what we've got open. I have a whole bunch of loose boxes around. But Everfest is in reach, so it's not there. I think I say this every time, but my sentiment towards FaB Sealed is... it's really not worth as much as just, you know, getting your cards and holding onto them. Or even just, you know, flying out cards. And playing the cycle game, right? When LSS decides to print someone or something. And all these Majestics out of nowhere. You know, 10x in value. Kind of insane. Like, if you had been buying up the Tails cards, you could have made bank just on that week of Rosetta's announcement. Alright. We'll start with Everfest. See what we can find. We should also hop over to TCG. Well, I think I'm too lazy to really check cards. Out of curiosity, I do want to watch Channel Thunder Step. This just seems like such a huge enabler. Oh, it's flatlined a little bit. Flatlined a lot, actually. Yeah, so that's the problem. Everyone came out of the woodwork to try and move them, and it's gone back down. I mean, it's still higher than what it was. Yeah, Everfest still has a ton of cards. Makes me hope that we get a supplemental set. I feel like they could easily get away with a supplemental set over the break period. Where it's then, you know, sort of setting up for the next season of games and it just shifts the meta by a lot. I hope they do bring them back. I don't feel 3 sets a year is enough, in all honesty. Especially if, you know, if it's 1 set reappropriating a class and then 2 sets introducing new stuff. Or even, you know, bringing back older stuff. Cool, Fractal Replication. Not one of the big Illusionist cards, but again, this one could have huge value depending on what type of Illusionist they come out with. Not a bad M to pull. First EA is just to pick a card. I think red, 100 win. And any of the Runeblade cards are what we really want. Revel in Runeblood. Assume that's probably going up a little bit too. Yeah, still on the rise. I think the better way to look at it is there's so few bad M's. I mean, Fractal. How much is Fractal? Still. God. Fractal Replication. I mean, even that's not horrible. But again, I would, you know, if a Majestic's under like $5, I'd probably just sit on it until it's relevant, or until, you know, something comes out of the woodwork and speculated on. Oil Pulverized though, that's also good. Now imagine how much the Kraken Aether Vein would be if that came back. Pulverized dropped? For sure it used to be on the first page. The EA is still good. What I really want is a Skull Cap. I actually do not have a Skull Cap. Ah, Pulverize has sort of declined. Still better than Fractal. Velda. Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, mainly because, you know, the game has heavily shifted. You go back a year or so. Oh, now, but it's whatever. If you look at, you know, performing decks nowadays. What am I trying to do? Performing decks. We're definitely at the point where it's M's, right? You want majority M's in your deck. There are still, you know, some good cards, but they're just so impactful to have the correct M's for your hero. And they're often spread very far apart from packs. Like, you know, again, we use this as an example. To hit all the M's Ranger, you need Outsiders, you need, weirdly, Tails, right? You need Crucible, and you need Arcane Rising. So, oh, Outsiders again, yeah. Right, so although you can get a lot from Outsiders, you have to go, you know, spread out pretty far. The other issue you do have as well is the release of a set feels great, right? If you're opening it a month later, kind of gone. So hopefully what comes in these strike decks will make up for it, and they can sort of be the new play away. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, Ocelot. But the game has definitely shifted from collectability to playability, more so than ever. They're always better off, unless you're just trying to, you know, build up a stockpile of stuff. You're better off just buying singles. And you can probably get bulk common and rares pretty easily. You don't need open boxes. Merchant one day. I'm assuming this drop was oh here, right? Was the Fluke and Box interview saying PvEs again. Off the table even further. Yeah. And that's the problem. They've done their best to try and bring back one boxes, but at the same time, then they've made cases worse because there's even less guarantees and a decent amount of M's. There's really no solution. Unless they up the rates altogether. That has always been a nice aspect, where it does feel like you get more M's in a shittier box. I don't know if it still rings true. It was definitely way earlier, but it sounds like it does. Like, I still have a huge faith in the game. The game is super healthy, super competitive, doing excellently. But Sealed, I sort of have no faith in. And I gotta say, the 3-week release cycle, right, doesn't help out. Especially for new players coming into the game. I always find Rainbow Foil so funny, because if a card is super playable, right, there is a reduced difference between the normal and the Rainbow Foil, and then if a card isn't really playable, the Rainbow Foil has a decent premium to it. I don't think we did horribly. We didn't do ecstatically. The first box. We did get an L. Silver Farms. Kind of okay. Might have used one day. I mean, if this was generic, I feel like in aggro, it would be pretty cool to play. As an interesting trade-off. Maybe if the effect was reversed, and just a potion of luck. Luck, if Brainstorm, Lightning Wizard, becomes a huge thing, could be good. I feel like the scabs have dropped, though, as well, have they not? And that's the other problem, is a lot of high-end cards. How to say it? The trade volume is the issue. Not deterring me from playing though, just looking. Yeah. Yeah. Right, the nice thing is if you get over the whole RPG element, I think this is a huge detriment to the game in all honesty. If you get over the whole RPG element of, you know, picking the hero that you resonate with the best, then, right, you can get rid of the entry cost barrier. Problem is, this game to me was founded on that whole principle. You know, you get to pick a hero, a class that you really like. And then, if you do, that's when, depending on who you pick, the cost barrier becomes a headache. I have a Klloo Scout skill. Root was the first class I actually invested in. I have Scab skins and I have the first Rhino promo as well. I doubt there's enough sales on TCG. Yeah. I doubt one's been sold in ages. Well, who do you like to play, Ocelot? Out of curiosity. You're born to new, yeah. So you had the new set factor, you had the competitive viability factor, and then you had hot girl factor, making it a more expensive hero, unfortunately. I find strength is just very subjective in FaB. There are definitely, you know, heroes that, you know, are unplayable with the toolkits currently available to them. But if a hero is super popular, right, that leads it to, you know, see more play, leads it to a quicker development, right, from the community basis on figuring out what's good and what's bad. And sort of upskills everyone, make it a lot better than it is. Well, I can say better than it is, but make it more prevalent than a class that might have gone, you know, just the right thing to make it super strong, but isn't very popular. I think Betsy would probably be a good example. They ever print more cards for Betsy, I still don't think, you know, have people willing to necessarily try it as quickly. Suppose this round on me isn't bad, cool. I'm curious now. Mask of Recurring Nightmares. I assume it's dropped. Sort of didn't bother following. Rainbow Foil is down to a $40 card. Cold Foil is still holding up. But that's incorrect, right? Because this is just someone listing it wrongly. It only has 2 versions. Yeah, but even that's, on a decline. God, what? Enigma. Can I make a video saying it's $10 yet? The room has absolute horrible lighting. You're wondering why so many typos. Oh, we're getting there. One more month, it'll be at 10. Winds of Eternity. Yeah. Yeah, the community is also another highlight. I do think the community is probably the strongest out of any TCG. Mainly, again, because it's just so variable. Where you have to sort of test everything through, and it really takes, community impact. Come on, just one swing big. So it's not the top end anymore, is it? Ready to roll? Wrong Brute. I feel like ready to roll on all the dice are. If they ever decide to go that route and make KO, like, they'll just pop off as well. So it's definitely worth holding on to M's, right? Swarming Gloomveil Coil. That's gotta be decent. Got the M. Yeah, see, good. Because it's competitive currently. There's not a big premium between the Rainbow Foil and the normal. I suppose if you looked around, you could probably find, or, have a valid reason putting the Rainbow Foil at a premium. FOMO got me on the mask. Bought at 57, yeah. But see, that's the other issue, though. Can you call it, like, true FOMO? Because it's off fear of missing out. It's fear of missing play, right? Where everyone is a week or two ahead of you, so you have to get it so you can play properly at the current environment. Which again goes back to, I really, really dislike the 3-week cycle, right? It's fantastic for the community. Don't get me wrong about that, right? It's always awesome to have, exclusives and whatnot. But think about the strike decks coming out. Imagine they are... Oh, there's packs under here. Sorry, there's a few left. Imagine the strike decks are super competitive, right? Because they finally tuned Blitz decks to actually be Blitz decks. Well, you have, what, a good 2 weeks for someone to get a hold of it and play it before everyone else. And that will happen. Is there any more in the packs? Was this box actually that good? What do we get? Thunderquake. You want blue Thunderquake? Swarming Gloomveil. Wins maybe. This round's on me. I know Techlo Pounder. I don't know if Earthball Bounty is played anymore. We didn't get Aether Wildfires in this, though. And that's going to be pretty insane. I also don't see how Aether Wildfire sort of survives. It's just such a huge enabler. Nice thing though is, hopefully, they make sure not to give any of the new Wizards tutors. Alright. So we got a Swarming. Rainbow Foil last sold. It's slightly played. We'll call it a $20 card. Yeah. Excited about Aurora picked up all the lightning stuff that might go in her deck super cheap. I I think the lightning card will probably mellow out because we're still pretty far out from release. But yeah, definitely worth picking stuff up now. But yeah, so the 3-week cycle, right? So we have the premiere. Boxes will get cracked. They especially because they are putting more emphasis on they want the good stuff to be shown off at the premiere, right? So they don't want to spoil any of the chase, and they want to again make people have, I guess, FOMO. So there'll be a ton more boxes, most likely, than even Miss Val opened at the premiere. Then you have a week from that to the pre-release, right? Where you have limited access to packs. And then you have the week after that. And that's problematic to me. Again, because for new players who see a set and get hyped up, they see those initial 4-week, that initial month of pricing, right? From the premiere. And that's a problem. Because it's false. And again, you know, if someone's profiteering off it, someone's losing from it. Did FaB always have that problem? Right? Back when we had unlimited, you had it for a collectability issue, so it's hard to sort of quantify. Okay, Earthwall Bounty is not played. Well, the foil might be. Klloo, Pounder, be a decent one. Ah, it's only a $2 card. I think this round's on me, and Swarming Gloom Veil probably enough. Yeah. And the Thunderquake. Thunderquake. I probably have to go to the EA. Yeah. No one's super hyped about it. But these 2 cards are still probably good enough. Again, everything else, if we ever get a tech set again, you just hold, and then eventually the cards will come back. Alright, God. Bright Lights, I guess, is next. The nice thing is, right, despite what is, you know, sort of shown as viable or playable, there is lots of alternatives, and any alternative sort of has like a hidden bonus of no one has played against it. Like playing Melody for the first few weeks where no one thought it would be Blitz viable. That was good. Because no one had any idea what the hell I was doing. And then I popped off. And I won. I OTK'd them easily. Just because they were not prepared for it. So it is nice that you can go outside the box. And, you know, net decking deck isn't a straight win. I think I have, aside from the Majestics, more than playsets of most EAs. Like, I open a ton. And anything that I was holding on to, I've now just gone into the habit of opening. I mean, Crack Shuffle Play, right? I think if they kept pushing it and they, you know, made more uniformed things, maybe there'd be, you know, some semblance of nostalgia drafting. But I don't think anyone cares. The Crack Shuffle Play with a box of Bright Light. Alright, so most of this set is garbage. Just straight up. We can get ourselves a Tunic. We can play the Bright Lights Tunic instead of, I think mine's a Crunic. Well, a shitty Crunic and a new Crunic. Well, it's nice of you to finally say hi. Nah, but you do you. I obviously don't open as much as stores or anything like that. But I would say I open probably more than the average person who does nothing with their cards, right? As in, like, they just collect. I don't really sell stuff. Only card from Partly Misspell overpaid for was Mask, which was weighted. Yeah, because everyone just thought Mask was the absolute shit, right? Like, it was gonna storm the meta because it was so cool. And yeah, it's still meta relevant, but you know, there's more of them out there than new players, so to speak. We have had some great pulls. Definitely gotten quite lucky on the amount of Fables I've actually pulled for the amount of boxes I do open. As well. I mean, I wouldn't mind, God, what is it? A cog from this? Though it's, again, absolutely horrendous. I mean, there's no doubt that Bright Lights will always be thought of as probably the worst set for Flesh of Blood, which I think is structurally, right, and maybe thematically, really good. It's really cool. I think their one downside was not opening up the majority of cards to generic, right, and allowing everyone to sort of have this mech twist on their class. I think that could have done wonders for the set, of it being so narrowly focused. Like, a lot of the items, they wouldn't be great in any class. Some of them might be, but they could have been fun in every class, sort of like Everfest. Not really getting many M's. The Traverse EA is gorgeous. Am I missing the slots, or are we just getting absolutely shafted with this box? I mean, yeah, regardless of set, everything is gorgeous, actually. Just need her young and old Marvel. I would have liked to pull Zen or Enigma more than New, in all honesty. I got 2 young New Marvels. So. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Let's compare Marvels, shall we? Right? Huh. Why? Why did they think this passed for, you know, high rarity? I understand Dynasty, but this is not a Marvel. Ugh. Just realized chat on screen is not up to date. No idea why it stops loading. That probably sound nutty. Ah! Fantastic! About 2 months ago. A month and a half ago? Oh well. I would be buying up tomes, right? Because unless for whatever reason they make Dromai non-draconic, which makes no sense because they'd want to continue to enable, you know, dragons. But yeah, Tome is going to come back with a fury. It's just such a powerful draw engine, coupled with Furnace as well. Yeah, good for Emperor too. Oh god, let's talk about Blitz, right? What's going on with Blitz? Do you think? Because I was fully expecting Strike decks to be coming out. But since it is just Blitz, are they gonna make like a new league for Strike decks and for, you know, early game Blitz? I didn't hear I missed something. The rumor that the print machines took a shit on them. But it's so weird because they obviously, you know, halved skirmishes. Yeah, well, I'd actually call it more than half, because I think Living Legend's going to be more popular than Blitz. So So they have to be introducing a new bracket, right, of events to run with Strike. But then that also is even more confusing because they had that whole statement about, well, we're just going to take a more casual approach, right? But if they make it competitive, it's not really casual because you just have your introductory format be absolutely squashed by, gimmicky, random, BS, turning player off mechanics. I think if you pit anyone new against Blaze, they're just going to get the wrong impression. Yeah, see, like that. The fun that you can have with Living Legend in Skirmish just overshadows Blitz completely. They don't really pay... Yeah. That is what they said. That they're going to pay less attention to Blitz. They're going to be more happy to just release heroes and not sort of, I assume, test or balance them correctly. It's just a more free-for-all format, which is just the absolute worst thing to then, push new players toward. It's a completely... It will probably get to the point where it feels like a completely different game. Because the tempo's already way different. Yeah, see, I like the Wii in that sense, right? Because I think everyone, started with Blitz. So you play Blitz not as Blitz, you play Blitz in a more controlled, significantly better fashion than competitive Blitz. And then you have people shipped to CC. And I was really hoping that Strike Dex would be a transitional product where you can easily, learn it as Blitz and then slowly make your way to CC. But it's not. It is just straight up Blitz. And as great as that is, right? LSS will run into worse and worse times if they keep leaving the majority of the player-based development to the community. Because eventually it will just become less and less worth it. And we're already getting to the point where any store who sells singles, if their boxes are delayed, right? If we ever get the freighting issues or whatever that happened with Monarch and the earlier sets, if that ever happens again, how many stores will be absolutely pissed off that they missed that first week window for any given set to sell singles? The crack boxes. Like, there are so many variables that they're creating that are being left to the community. I feel like we're meant to get more than one expansion slot, are we not? Hopefully I haven't missed any. But this just seems absolutely lackluster for 2 boxes. I mean, I guess I should be excited about the Marvel. Nada. I have the Pro Crest, we have 48 players out, a few pros, 3-3. That's pretty decent. The other thing to probably point out from that, oh, there's another one, too bad, it's Stromai again. In terms of, competitive, again, I am now at the point where there is no LGS near me. There is no major events near me that I can easily go to. And that's a very big problem, especially in, any country where you're just starting to build it up. Like that, what you've just said, Rob, is like what they should be striving for in a lot of places. To have, kind of like schools with inter-school sports, where you get LGS groups coming together and duking it out. That would be fantastic. But in order to do that, you have to have it, alive in a lot more close places. And while it's is doing that in America, a lot of other places it's not, unfortunately. I was going to say you're opening a lot of mech stuff. I forgot you were opening bright lights. Yeah. Did I even say we were swapping boxes? Basically, I have like a bunch of stuff open behind me, and I'm just grabbing whatever's on top. The crack. I'll eventually make my way through it all. And in that sense, right, we don't care about any of the bright light stuff in reality, because it's not good. Might come back. Why? I will say I like that, expansion slot has shifted to just tournament playable cards. Lore cards are cool and everything. They do nothing. They're not good for the slot. Yeah. And again, that goes back to LSS should be doing something a bit more to help with that. Help it be a bit more sustainable. In my opinion, I should say. They do a lot, right? I don't want to undersell that either. Like, promos is still a huge deal. Oh, there's the cold foil. Not that we care. The Evos are so shit. Only have one LGS that supports FaB and weekly events, but it's 40 minutes away. Yeah. See, that's the short of it, unfortunately. Some areas it's good, some areas it's going up. And they sort of had, a good head start against other developing TCGs, and they did a lot with it. But haven't really done much to sustain it. Alright. We actually did get a decent chunk of M's from that. We did not get many bench slot. Which I feel like it was more than... I feel like it was like 2 a box. Surely, not 1 a box. We did it. We opened 2 bright lights and all of that. We got 2 gold foils, a pseudo marble, and just an Evo. Evos was such a cool idea. Again, if this had been extended and, you could run Evos in everyone, it'd be interesting. It might not be good, but at least it would be fun and interesting. And a lot more people would, care. Oh, I think it's some more now. If I learn to play and I run it, Top gives me the poster and I clean them up and give them to the guys that play them. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like all the posters and the merch, great. We definitely need a proper product that has everything you need to play. Like, again, I love the philosophy, playing the flesh and blood and all that, but, is it really? Because you need a phone for wipe and counters. You need all this and that, and you build decks on the internet, you practice on the internet, and it's a line in the sand LSS drew that I'd have to assume they're starting to regret it themselves. They're not saying, things should be ran online. There are lots of ways where they could be using the internet to their advantage, rather than continuing to push the whole rhetoric to play in the flesh and blood. And I will also say you have the issue of single selling, where stores founded, well, I don't even want to call them stores, but people founded during the COVID era, who were protected by COVID and could, open without a brick and mortar, right, and get distributor prices. A huge leg up. They don't need storage space. They just need somewhere to crack packs and a website to list, which is a big barrier for new stores getting into the game, right? Because again, I do think selling singles is 100% mandatory to carrying Flesh and Blood. It's just such a lucrative side of it because of how releases are done. No worries, Rob. Enjoy checking in on your kid. Enjoy the rest of your evening, I'm going to assume. Got some loose boxes of Monarch. We tuck them away too. Alright, let's see what we can pull. The Angels are still kind of lucrative. Don't think there's that many generic for. We're back to plastic. Not as easy to rip through. But I don't think things have transitioned. No, we're still just going straight to the back. Say you like Monarch, again. Prices might be, in the toilet for now, but you just wait. Actually, I think, Flesh and Blood is kind of sort of similar to Pokemon. It's not as free as Pokemon, where, you buy any set and you sit on it for years and you're recouping. But I do feel like you could probably sit on the majority of FaB and just wait. But again, I would sit on singles. I wouldn't sit on boxes. But you definitely go through whatever set has been. You could easily track it, I suppose. Look at sets that should come back soon enough. Stock up and then go from there. I would highly expect that lots of people were doing that with Tails. Nourishing actually might be really good. If we're getting a more aggressive style of wizard, right, Nourishing could be quite nice. The intellect is going to go a long way. Yeah. Which is definitely a good thing to have. Granted, we'll never get back to, collectible prices. But you could definitely buy a whole bunch of, non-foil singles, sit on them, and then just move them from the announcement. And I'm pretty sure there was lots of cards in Tails that weren't useful. They just didn't fit the optimized build of certain heroes. I think Channel Thunder Step was one of them. That spiked for like $10 during the announcement week. It's come down now. But that would have been a great time to, if you had surplus, move them. But it is slightly worrisome. If we keep getting, new heroes at the rate we do, then the development cycle for retouch on set will become an issue, and singles will probably collapse. Right, so this year has added how many actual? We'll have the new Tails heroes. That's 4 at least, and the 3 Mystic heroes. Oh, Taylor from Lim, I think is okay. But they could easily get away at this point with just, trying to extend each class to, 2 or 3 playable heroes, which I really thought they were trying to do with heavy hitters. Or I should say after heavy hitters. A return to Saddle is definitely necessary. Arc-like Sentinel, that might be decent. I mean, and then you also have, if a hero becomes more meta-relevant. Like Prism was having a little bit of a rise. Dropped off again, though. Then the cards were more useful. What we really want is Erudition. That's the disgusting card for Prism. Speaking of Victory, that's also a good one, actually. Now let's look that up, right? Because the Bolton Armory deck's coming out soon. I also kind of like how much, the Armory deck, the KO, was sort of speculated on and talked about so much. We sort of skipped over Bolton, the Azalea. I just think the Azalea one is, a lot more exciting. Yeah. What's this? As additional cost, banish X cards from your soul. Target gets plus X if you charge turn, search your deck for an action card with X or less and put it into your hand. I feel like it's too slow for what they're doing with Bolton now. No. And that's the weird thing, right? They've gone straight to Azalea instead of slowly teasing Bolton stuff. I think the main reason was, Brody doing stuff with Azalea and bringing the spotlight back to her. They sort of wanted to capitalize on that, which is, again, kind of stupid because the Azalea deck won't be out. I can't remember, is it after Rosetta? I don't know if they have dates on this. No, sorry. Azalea actually comes out before the Strike decks, technically. Comes out the same time as the Strike decks early. But yeah, Bolton is out. Bolton's out in 2 to 3 weeks. And nothing. That's interesting. In KO you had the initial spoilers. And then you had Strength Rules All. Came out of the woodwork, I think, wasn't it? So the spoilers was Savage Slash and Run Roughshod, I think. Any good cards in Mono? I can't remember if... I don't think Footsteps sees any play. No. Well, in Prism it does. Yeah, see? You'd kind of drop off for the M's. Oh, there's the gold foil. Actually, I missed the gold foil for the first box, I think. Unless there wasn't one. Threw it after. Yeah. Their marketing has always sort of been a little bit questionable in what exactly they're trying to push. It, at times, just seems like a little bit of a giddy school kid, right? Where he's come up with this new cool idea and he can't wait to tell everyone. Or he does. I mean, I also don't see why they didn't, release Armory decks in conjunction with one another. Again, that's just a whole nother new player aspect, where you can get them to go pick up 2 decks. Especially because they are limited print, right? Not short print, but they are one-off. So if they release, all 3 of them at the same time, you could have had people buy them to play, and that could have been another entry. It would have probably overshadowed Strike decks. Again, constructed being better than Blitz. But yeah, they know what brings in hype, and they sort of give up on pushing that which doesn't. It's probably the way to sum it up. Like Bolton has always been sort of an underdog hero. Some people like him, right? But overall, it's not that fantastical. I can understand that aspect. Oh, actually, one other thing with Rosetta, right? The prices will be more insane than Miss Val, because it's right at National season, right? I mean, the premiere is literally... It's at a Nationals, isn't it? Or is that a Battle Hunt? I can't remember. But either way, it's right before Nationals and then Worlds. So it's even more impactful than Miss Val, especially because it's Arcane. So the prices are going to be a lot more insane. I missed the new, right, where the rarity is onto the side, because I have to, like, go in a weird direction to thumb through them more quickly, instead of just going left. Anything? No. Yeah, it'll be completely different sideboards, and I cannot see how Lightning Wizard doesn't, you know, do something monumental. Because the main thing, you know, stopping Klloo from being a top deck and just being mid is his speed. Sometimes you high roll and you get lucky and you set everything up quickly, but more than likely it's going to take you a few turns. But overall, everyone will have to sideboard differently, everyone will want more damage prevention, more arcane barrier, and I'm sure, you know, more stuff will be printed in the set. Like the Beast is an okay end. Yeah, anything to end us off. I've been hearing people saying a lot that Arcane this way is bad for the game, and I think it's the opposite. The lack of Arcane and too much Klloo has made people forget a core factor of the game. Yes. Yeah, it was, you know, obviously it was in the second set, so it was always meant as an aspect. In fact, wasn't it something like they wanted Wizard, and they wanted Azalea too, or something like that in the first set? They hadn't had them work out exactly right. Now, I have no problem with Arcane in its iteration, right? It's nice having that split damage, having, again, a different feel, something different. In fact, it epitomizes what classes in FaB should be, where they all have this diverse playstyle, and they don't overlap as much as they sort of do nowadays. But, at the same time, one thing I absolutely hate is the whole idea that in that matchup, I, not playing the Wizard, have to take lesser equipment in order to play against them. That's the only issue I have with it. So hopefully we get a lot more Arcane Barrier or Spell Void on actual impactful equipment. Oh, great, now it's going the other way. People forget that Klloo Wizards are super fast first. Why do you stop loading? People forget that non-Klloo Wizards are super fun. Yes, yeah. So Klloo, I think the play on your opponent's turn factor needs to be reduced a bit more. But Lightning will just be an aggro deck that's different to Ninja, right? And that should make it feel better. Feels like there isn't a whole lot all classes deal with arcane damage, yeah. And that's the problem, because it hasn't been relevant. They just haven't printed much. And all the damage negation is good. But yeah, Arcane Barrier is just so fringe on equipment at the moment. And again, I don't sort of see how the expansion slot isn't basically armor for everyone with different, you know, Arcane Barrier or stuff to actually be useful. Alright, there's a cold foil hiding somewhere in here. Hopefully. There might not be. But there should be. I didn't see you last time. I think the fact that... What am I saying? No. The fact that... this seems more like a ladder about with the need of Arcane, but Amp will be scary. Definitely gonna shake the meta and maybe new keyword prevention. Yeah, so the idea that I like to float is on pitchables to gain Arcane Barrier, right? So if you pitch this, as long as it's in your pitch zone, it gives Arcane Barrier in some sense. Then you still have the durable aspect. You can make them poorly statted, so it's still, you know, a choice whether or not you want to play how many of these. And then you still need Arcane Barrier on the board to get the first one into your pitch zone or something to play to get into your pitch zone. But yeah, there's probably going to be a new keyword. Oh, there we are. Ha! Of course. Stubby Hammerers. Another card that sort of goes, what if, you know, cards were specifically banned? That'd be better or worse? Zen would love Stubby Hammerers. Fortunately, you cannot play them. Ah, well, can't say any of those boxes were really standouts. We have what, 2 Everfest, 2 Bright Lights, Monarch. Oh, there's another half of the box. What's it in here? Ah, screw it. Like if the card is pitched to prevent Arcane, prevent one more. Yeah, something like that. Again, just to squeeze that extra value, where you can have cards in your deck specifically to help out. And it's, you know, renewable because you're pitching it to get back. Alright, so 2 more boxes of Uprising to go. I'm sure there's something planned. But again, that will put so much necessity on needing the cards from the new set as well. 7 generic equipment that have Arcane Barrier, 30 total, majority from mech, yeah. But the better way you should look at it is, and range is the prime example, is to look at specific, proper Arcane Barrier, right? So I'm talking like Skullhorn, where it still has an impactful effect for the class it's in, or, you know, Sunken Trench. The arm has Arcane Barrier for Ranger, doesn't it? It's Bullseye Braces, I think. And that's the problem. There's a lack of impactful Arcane Barrier equipment for classes to run. So if you're taking Arcane Barrier, you're taking a far less optimal piece of equipment. And we can do this nice and easily with their database. Alright, so Vexing Quillan. Runeblade, right, has a proper effect. Skullhorn. Arcane Lantern is good deck tech for any class that has one-handed weapons. Problem is, it's not everyone. Other than that, you have Arcanite Skullcap, which is probably the only like super impactful one. The majority you'll find are Mech and Ranger, weirdly. Or Runeblade. But yeah. So many classes don't have specific Arcane Barrier that's useful, and that's a problem. Because then you have to run Null Rune, and that is such a downgrade. In some slots, it's okay, right? Because, you know, Gloves is probably the least competed slot in terms of powerful effects. But Boots. I mean, the only Boots that have Arcane Barrier, Wizard, and Mechanologist from the looks of it. Or an Illusionist. So I can't. Mainly Warrior. Yeah. Which I guess Arcane Lantern's meant to help out. But then taking one less weapon, if you are doing one-handed stuff, is also kind of detrimental. So I fully expect that the majority, if not all of the expansion slot, is just simply going to be equipment. Unless there is, you know, some sort of groundbreaking new arcane handling mechanical system developed. Which also, in that sense, right? If there is a new system put into place for Arcane, then they have to be in the generic slot. There are 4 classes that already have, again, a substantial amount of Arcane Barrier, right? Runeblade and Wizard already have a lot of their major equipment with Arcane Barrier. That doesn't make sense, especially in a talented set, right? There's too much going on for them to be able to throw in this whole new system. If it was a Wizard-specific set or just Arcane without the talent, sure, I can see a lot more of it devoted to helping other classes along. But it's going to be a very weird set, because there has to be a lot of stuff jumbled in. Now, thematically, yes, that's a good thing, right? Thematically does matter. Because there should always be good and bad matchups. But, at the same time, you want everything to be competitive and viable, which is it in selling a product here. You can't have one class too damn. Or then they spend, you know, too much time devoted to it, and we get right like again. But I suppose that all Warrior set, no one would bat at my end. That'd probably be received quite well. I forget, was Skullcap being reprinted? Now Guardians have the absurd amount of block, but then they also have a decent amount of damage prevention effects, don't they? I mean, that's probably the other factor you should look at, is just straight up damage prevention. Which I assume damage prevention doesn't actually work, and I should just type in prevent. Guardians, Blessing, Steadfast, I guess the new cards. There's not really that many overall. But again, compared to other classes, right? So it goes Wizard and Runeblade, Illusionist, Ranger Mechanologist, Guardian would be the, you know, who has a decent chunk of ways to get around Arcane. I mean, and the fact that they're instant is also impactful. That's what we're looking for. Okay, Uprising. See what we can find. Bunch of throw my stuff to fit on most likely. I mean, FaB's still in it. No Ice Wizard or... Was there any actual elemental just wizard cards? There are, but they're ice, unfortunately. There might be some weird effects that still have use. Where? Oh, they're at the start. Oh, ooh. Coldfall Ash is actually kind of nice. You can never have too many. Again, have to wait till it reminds back, but... So, Coldfall's at the back. Majestics are at the start. Alright. I don't think we got anything in this. It was Flex and Sigil. Thank God for finally having a unified positioning of cards. Alright. No M. Foil, and no cold foil. At least they're paper. Alright, hypothermia. So, the ice can't be used. I know everyone hates ice, but I still think it could return in some sense. I just don't like the feel of, again, a game being predicated on nothing rotates out. Having cards just in limbo. Like, banned, sure. But just not playable under any banner is kind of weird. Nada and nada. Red Oasis? No. Oasis is probably worth something. Oh, burn them all. That's all playing Dromite, didn't it? Brothers in Arms Blue. No good. Maybe as a random Majestic or as an Army deck, I should come back. Slow down the meta. Yeah. I was hoping for Ice Guardian. Nice Dragon. Yeah, and have to wait till Dromite. I think just some cap to Frostbite, or some way. What was the idea I floated? Oh, Fog Down's actually a decent one, I think. Has it seen any rise? Because negating Go Again, especially coming into Lightning, could be really good. The hero idea I was pitching for Frost was something like, if your opponent controls more than one Frostbite token, destroy them and do X, right? So basically you can either end the turn with them having one Frostbite token, or, you know, receiving sort of effect. Because I do think capping it in some form will go a long way. It's still meant to slow down, it's still meant to be fatigue and control, but being able to, you know, throw out so many Frostbite. I mean, heck, even two Frostbite is already kind of damning. One is sort of manageable. I was also expecting more than 2 decks. The straight decks. I feel like actually it could have been... Wow, 2 Guardians would have been a little bit weird for people. It could have been, though, Earth Guardian, Ice Wizard? Nah, that doesn't feel weird. Ice Ranger? That feels worse. I think Ice doesn't match well with Guardian or Ranger, just because they have so many other debilitating cards already. Right? Frostbite plus Crush is horrible. Frostbite plus Arrows could be horrible. So maybe that was the problem. It needs to be on a different class entirely. Frost Brute. Frost Brute could be interesting. Strike deck seems to be a preset guide for new players. They can do pretty stuff. Hopefully. We'll know more, hopefully, sooner than later. I'll hold my tongue, alright, until we actually get the full details. Yeti class would be cool. And I don't know, you make them have more discard, right? So the whole idea is you're freezing and then throwing out like one big thing or something. Or again, have a shatter effect, where if your opponent has frostbite, you consume it to do something. And a ton of dragons. Not the marbles, the good marbles. The dragons nonetheless. I actually know what normal M's are good. Another fog down. Might get a playset. No problem with fog down, right? Is because it affects you too. Although I don't see any point to not throwing out as the last thing during your turn. I'm also super curious how much the Aurora deck differentiate from one another. That's kind of weird that they've gone to Auroras with the same ability too. They didn't, you know, make a wow. Actually, I say that. I can't remember on the spoiler page. Does it show Aurora's ability? It might not, so she might have a different ability. I pray that she has a different ability. No, she has the same ability. Never mind. Right. Oh! There we go. Decent. Only rainbow foil and some sort of weird mark, unfortunately. But still, that is a nice legendary to find. There's these ones. Oh, they're inner sleeves. They're card sleeves. Yeah, they have to be bridges to the sets, and they have to be, again, I think the idea that was floated the most was just a way to give players, you know, those few extra weeks, so when they go into their pre-release, they're upskilled in time, and they have the safety net of picking Aurora, or maybe the strike decks are legal, and they can play them against the other blitz decks, or something like that, but there's only so many cards in the set, and so many cards that are going to be focused for Aurora, for them to build two viable decks with Aurora for Blitz. So I'm very curious how much it differentiates the strike deck from the actual inset Blitz deck. Cool. No, let's trade in. And no call for. Bit of the rubbish. Also means, you know, some of the Earth cards will have to be most likely catering towards Terror as well. Again, for it to have a proper lead into the deck. Slightly sad that the Blitz decks in the US are no longer separate. But marketing is the thing. Yeah. I think actually Riddler Man said it well. He wanted the ability to buy, you know, specific ones. And that's the example I make, right? The reason they've bundled them together is to stop LGS's, you know, having a surplus of one deck because, again, it's vastly less popular. And then having to reorder a whole display, get a whole bunch more copies of decks that aren't going to sell to actually get the ones that will sell. Given their stance with Blitz, yeah, I think it is actually viable that they do turn around and change it, and they go, you know, here's a Blitz-centric ability and here's a class-constructed-centric ability. And I think that would actually do wonders because obviously they're vastly different from one another from tempo, right? And I don't think no matter how quick the class-constructed meta gets, that it will ever, you know, be akin to Blitz. But I would love to see them do 2 different abilities. Ones that, again, make sense for this hero to be viable in Blitz, and one for the hero to be viable in Class Constructed. Same time, no. It's too much of a headache for them, right? Because while they have a more lenient approach to Blitz now, they also have sets to test and play and do everything like that, right? So for them to, want to do pre-release events still as young heroes, they want it to still be the same as the adult version, right? So that you get that feel, you get the training, you get the upskilling, and the ability to then go to CC after all the release events. So in set, I cannot see them ever being different from one another, but I would highly expect us to get a whole more Blitz variants with better paced abilities. I am hoping that there are a bunch more heroes than we expect, thanks to the God, what am I trying to say? Marvels, yeah, because there's so many Marvels. I do expect a bunch more heroes. But I cannot see any semblance of cards to Marvelize, unless there's a big mechanic like Transcend again, which I highly doubt. I mean, they could do equipment again. I think they better have learned their lesson from equipment, unless it's vastly different. That we don't want equipment Marvels. We love the hero Marvels. Right, so 8 in the set already is fantastic. But I would very much like if it's a whole bunch of heroes. And adult heroes, so again, they actually have value to them. Alright, can we get anything at the end here? Insidious Chill. It's a nice card. Damn. New Ice Fuse, move Frost counter if you do target hero. So the whole extra Frost mechanic is also pretty much to blame, right? The whole discard mechanic along with Frostbite. But again, I think there's ways to make Frost workable. It's definitely avoiding certain mechanics and reining in Frostbite. Nada. I'm still missing one cold foil. Weapon Marvels, also. If they could guarantee that the weapon was going to be the weapon for the hero. Again, this goes back to the whole signature weapon feel where you just have one signature weapon being significantly better and therefore being the actual signature weapon for everyone. Like, regardless of what the board says, Mandible Claw is the signature weapon for Brute, regardless of any Brute that's printed. So, if they could make a Marvel weapon that is actually useful and actually desirable, then sure. But you've got them already eating up the armory kits and all these different promo slots, where it doesn't make sense for them to create Marvels of those cards, because then it immensely devalues their freebie card that's again meant to get people a buzz for going to events, getting these promos, and them actually having a little bit of value to them. What I would like to see is a legendary weapon. And I would expect legendary weapons once we get to the point of critical mass for equipment. And there's just, no more room for equipment. And weapons, the other thing is you could, for Marvels, right, having full art for a weapon is just easily better, because the majority of weapons will fit a portrait piece of art significantly better. And we got Halo Mitre. There we are, right? Oh, either of these. So even if these were just blown up, Be fantastic. Doesn't even have to be altered in that much sense, but just blown up to be the whole of the card. Alright, last handful of backs. Race Face. That's a decent M, is it not? We did get the Cold War. What was it? Quelling Sleeves. What does Quelling Sleeves do? If a hero be dealt damage, you may pay 1. It's a destroy effect, though. Although, Quell... what's the phrasing I'm looking for? I always undervalued Quell. Because, you know, I just read it. You know, it's a one-off destruction effect. But the fact that you can use one piece of Quell, and then that can cover damage prevention for your whole turn, is pretty strong. Again, if they put Quell in Tails, that could be useful. The whole idea is, you know, you sacrifice your arms, and this gives you a blanket turn of being able to prevent damage. Problem is, it's only one of each instance, so there'd have to be some variant, or just, again, a higher Quell number. I think overall, if they just increase the numbers of everything, that could work as well. Like Quell, Spell Void, all that should have much higher numbers to actually make them viable compared to Arcane Barrier. Like if there's Quell 2, pay 1 to prevent 2 damage. That would be insane. 2 damage off every instance of damage I'm taking for a whole turn. Yeah, I'd probably run that over a bit in an aggro deck over Arcane Barrier. Was talking to a buddy about 5 years from now, when the classes are huge. Gonna be weird to see how they deal with it. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to get a new rarity at that point. I mean, they're doing a good balancing act of the number of legendaries every class has. Sets are also coming down to, you know, a science, right? There's 5 in this next set, so it'll be 1 Runeblade, 1 Wizard, 1 Lightning, 1 Earth, 1 Generic. Right? But we'd have to get to the point where there's, you know, all 4 pieces for every single class. So what then? It'll be interesting. Right? That's kind of what's exciting. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? If you went back to someone who played OG Yu-Gi-Oh! And you showed them a Synchro Monster, or what's the other one? Pendulum? Right? They'd be absolutely gobsmacked. And FaB will definitely have that moment, just from its design, where, again, it will just morph and change and be insane. When you go to the initial set, if you have thought talents were a thing, or a unique resource for 1 talent, that's also insane. Flamescale Furnace, definitely a nice pull. Other than that, pretty much nada. Again, it's not really an active set, so what can you expect? They'll come around one day. Flamescale Furnace. And there's easy ways for them to enable a bunch of stuff too. Right? If they made a whole bunch of crowns, and I always want to see that, right, where they were crown, if you have this equipped, you have this talent as well. I think that would be super impactful. I think that's one of the limitations that they have, is they are so conservative and scared to open up deck design, right, that we sort of lose that fun aspect. Because even me, who personally just does a whole bunch of combo-y bullshit, right, Fairyland, Dream, just trying to do something insane rather than play competitively, I look through classes and I go, well, this would be really fun if I could do this, but I just can't. So being able to, again, going back to Bright Lights, if all the mech stuff was open to everyone, it wouldn't be fantastic, but it would be fun. It would be a different thing to try. As long as they don't introduce different IPs into FaB. So he means, like MDG has Assassin's Creed coming up. What else did it do? Did a whole bunch of random shit. Where it's outer world lore, fandoms, I guess is the way to explain it. Which I can't see, right? I doubt FaB will ever get that popular. And I don't see any reason for them to. Like MTG, from its beginning, right, was just a random assortment of stuff. Then it shifted towards them actually developing something behind it. I mean, look, Arabian Nights. It's Aladdin. End of story. They didn't have they didn't have Planewalkers, they didn't have Eldrazi, they didn't have that idea cemented just yet. But FaB, from the get-go, was already a built world, right, that they're trying to expand upon. I think people sort of forget that because they did eventually, make a bunch of lore and everything for MTG. The MTG was just a mechanical game. It was baseless, right? And then they developed it as the fandom grew. Whereas FaB, they developed the idea first, and then the fandom's growing around it. So I think it's a bit more forgivable. Like if Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Who have the anime backing or the story backing, right? Then it's kind of weird. I think we'll play some more brute games to end off. We made some slight tweaks to the deck. Although I assume there's less people online now. And you also have completely different models, right? Like MTG has plainly said that they want people to come and go. Where FaB seems like they want people for the long term a little bit more. We'll take Crown. Kind of like No Fear, but we'll keep the aggressive line. Yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to attract people that, would never touch the game. Because you have the collectible backing, which again, FaB has lost. What cards do we want to get rid of? We don't really have a way to give Runner go again. Cool. Okay. Never mind. Don't know if that was Impatience. Isn't this the same person? Interesting. If they just leave again. Oh, it's kind of confusing, right? Because they queued into me. Try and just pop off this turn? Kind of feels like we just try and pop off this turn. So you Art of War first. We'll pitch the send packing. Draw, we'll take the go again. Might have been a misclick. Might tokens for next turn. Don't need the bean trackers. Third white token. Oh, we can stash the CNC, so that makes me kind of happy. As long as it doesn't disappear. It will disappear. Well, 50-50. Oh, they're taking Traverse as well. Interesting. I did get rid of the CNC. Oh well. So the main point of that turn was mainly the might. Because now we can Savage Sash and go nuts. Yeah, we definitely Savage Sash and go nuts this turn. I would have rathered Crown, unfortunately. Making Mistblade. just use bean trackers. Well, they don't do anything to buff it. Feels like it was a misclick if this is the same person. Maybe I should have kept the Blood Rush Bellow. CNC. So we lose the Zealous Beating. It's not really much of an issue. Alright. Do that. Do that. Do that. Around a nice 10. So you play the Pulping? So I can swing? No, we swing first. Yeah, swing and then play. And it's Bare Fangs anyway. Swing and then Bare Fangs. Ooh, they're exhausting. I think that was worth it. We just have to try and keep up the aggression. E-Strike. We just draw a card so they can Arsenal something. It's fine because we have the Command and Conquer for it. But we have to avoid it. The problem with it, right, because you can't bank on it because it's going to be 33%, right? Because I Wild Ride, pitch that. Hit the Beast Within. And hit whatever it hit. Die. Mandible Claw? No, I only have one resource. Agile Wind Up. Let's go again. Activated. This gets +1 damage with no, we can't be prevented. That's fine. I think for the most part we just trade. What can they even play? Nothing. Tunic into Fencer. Makes me curious what card they'll name. It's just play, right? Not pitch. Yeah. They haven't had any way to read our hand, I don't think. What would they pick? They pick Madcap Charger, that's fine. So it's Pulping, pitch the Agile Wind Up, and then hopefully play the Zealous Beating and discard the Madcap, is what we hope for. Come on, 50, well, 33. Oh, screw you, game. That made that sensor devastating. Luckily we can get rid of one. Whatever. Horrible, horrible luck. We just trade. We always just trade. As long as it hits a yellow, we're fine. Hit a yellow. And that sort of helped with consistency. So we would have liked to draw and play it, but with our luck, we would have drawn it and discarded it. Alright. What are we doing? Don't really want to start with Pulping, so I guess let's start with the Madcap Charger. See where the draws lead us. Well, it's not the swing big. Yes, it's... I guess it's just Pulping. And it doesn't matter if it has Go Again or not. And at least we can still Arsenal a card. We just can't get rid of this, apparently. Beast within, on 4. Can't see, it's fine. Finally free of it. Alright, so what are we doing? They have pulping. We can get a card for rising speed, so that's fine. No, we have to discard it anyway, because I'd rather try and hit the beast within. So it's on war. Is pitch the pulping. Just pitch the yellow. Pitch the pulping. Do that, do the go again. See what we get. Not fantastic. Fantastic at all. It might lead to something. And it can't be denied. Go again. Rising speed that we don't have the resource for. I guess it's just cool. Luck has not been completely on our side, unfortunately. Is it worth just arsenaling this? Or trying to push the damage? How many CNCs? They've played 2 CNCs. Well, Arsenal then. Another Art of War. We're just trading again. So them using daggers is good. Leave no witness. That gets rid of the rising speed. That matter. I can defend with it. I can still draw. We lose the go again. Trying to make it worthwhile? Or do we just lose it? I guess I should be mitigating damage. Ah, I missed the play step. Sorry, you can go over. I'm not playing anything else. I want to keep the wild ride though. It's better than the pulping. Banish and defend. Beast within. Savage Feast is kind of okay. Using it anyway, so might as well avoid the little bit of damage. Yeah, so it's just Wild Ride. And hope to hit the beast within. Nope. Well, it's not worth stashing, so it's definitely swing. Missed an instant proc. GG. What blues can they hit now? Nothing super devastating. I mean, I could keep it for the damage, but it being 3 costs is never worth playing. No, it's better to just swing. Not worth sticking to the arsenal. I also know that one card in their hand is Chi. Their hand isn't actually as scary as it might appear. Spider-Bite, they pitch the Chi. God. Our hand is awful. We can have go again. And then I guess I'm trying to stash the runner. You kind of have to wait and look for a better hand. Instead. Problem, because then it's giving them back aggro. So we're trying to stash the run roughshod, I think. They can still just nick this because it's base. So, still bad. It's just nick, isn't it? Oh, it's venomous bite. The blood rush bellow is annoying. Plus the life gain they got. We have agile wind up as a connector. I guess it's agile wind up and then bare fangs run roughshod. Which means we can also use mandible claw. So we can push a decent amount of damage next turn. We also might be done here depending on what they get. Weakest link. No block. Yeah, damn it. Oh, let's wait another turn. Yes, I should mandible claw just to keep up the pressure. If I get damage across, I get damage across. Oh, it's this card. And let's see if the trade is worth it. Arsenal card gone. 5. They have a way to buff it? I don't think they have a way to buff it. Alright, my turn. So, Wild Ride. Off the Savage Feast. Depending on what we draw, we're in a better position. Fortunately, we didn't draw anything, so we're in a shit position. I can't play either of them. I kind of have to swing. Really want to stash a card. There's our blues. So they can just nick this, which makes it extremely scary. Just nick is a +5, so it puts it to 6. So, as long as I just do that, you might be fine. I can still give it a go again too, which is scary. Yeah, so it is just a nick. Alright, now we pray. Hit the beast within. Well, that'll do it. Very unfortunate not to hit the beast within there. Then I have to block everything, and I can only block twice. So, it's a loss. Oh well. A good game. There are a few things I didn't quite like with that deck, compared to our first variant of it. I like the idea of Runner. Seems a little hard to use. The payoff could be so good. Problem is, the only way to give it a go again is Art of War. Or to have Agility. Right, so that's 6 cards. Trying to hit a 3. Swing big is nice. I feel like it needs some yellows back. We still have Savage Feast. I go with the red Savage Feast, I want to say. But we do go for one sort of big attack. The Savage Beatdown. It's 3 block and it could be really good. feel like it's a little too aggressive for the deck that I'm taking. Alright, let's see who we find. I suppose depending on the matchup, you just swap it with the No Fear. Zalia. No Fear would be kind of good in this matchup. But we'll go without it. We'll see how we do. So we are the aggressor, which is good. A little bit worried. Kind of want to keep the Blood Rush Bellow just set up. I guess we're doing nothing. I also forgot to take Crown again. Problem is she's gonna really shut down us no matter what we do. Yeah. So this is gonna end badly, but here's hoping.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
Back I didn't prop. Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. Ugh. Doesn't have Dominate, so it's not as bad. Do we even have enough block? So like doing this does nothing, because now I'm only doing one thing anyway. So I might as well just get rid of the cards I don't care about. Wait. Alright, and then there's Inertia anyway. With that, I'm done. Range is in a very fun spot at the moment. I mean, I have a debilitating Ranger deck as well. But Red the Ledger, it's just, the balancing is so, a little bit off to me. It's like the aim counter stuff, right? So, regardless, you're getting the payoff, because at 11 damage, again, either take it, not do anything, block it, still not do anything, right? We'll see if we can find a game on the inside. Definitely a much longer game though. I don't think there's anything new to talk about, though, while we wait. The live streams. Any retail news? Bizarre. It's alright. I just get whichever one's correct. I'm meant to take Arcane. Still kind of want to pick Klloo, but it's fine. We want to be a little bit more aggressive. There's no reactions. We'll take Remorseless. We will take Frailty and Greater Than. Actually, I should take Oasis instead. So again, of Greater Than. Greater Than, I think, is more impact. Alright, so we have Remorseless in the opening hand. Nothing else to play with it. And we need the one to play it anyway. Long Draw would have been a nice opening, yeah. But we will play it. I can stick the Tripwire Trap. And we can draw it back straight away, which is kind of good. Oh, we have 2 remorseless. It's not as good. CNC is annoying. I guess we just trench it away. And then I end a turn, I can put it back. I can put remorseless there. No, that's not what I meant to do. Does that have Battle War? No, it has Blade Break anyway. So I guess we take the 6. Then use Trench. Resolves. Then can load up remorseless. Yeah, it's not so bad. Meditate. Whenever I play Riptide, they just always seem to have Command and Conquer right in the opening, despite there not being any mulligan system. We get the Ponder, which is nice. We get some damage across. Plus the effect. Want to arsenal that. Well, that be CNC again. We want to pitch one. It's just a big attack. Doesn't have go again. Doesn't have reactions. We can only really trap twice. So yeah, you know what, we'll back. Alright, so with Boulder, doesn't matter. Basically just want the Pitfall. We do have to double block it anyway. Do that. That. No worries, Ocelot. Enjoy your sleep. That. And then play the pit. Well, that's a good start. It's gonna be a long match though. Especially with the Rune Blood incantations. Have to be very, very defensive. And now he has greater than. Still no go again. Ah, perfect. You doubt or deal arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, it gains go again. So we say no to the first one. And then we want... But I think we're still triple trapping it. But we do want to pitch the Codex away. Do we just want to play straight up defensive? Now we're the one pinging. Do top it. I think we just double top it. Well, actually, yeah, if it hits, it creates something. Yeah, I think we just double top it. Wait, see what they do. Actually, don't, right? Because it hits. And then they just swing in. Do we want to pitch? I want to pitch. Hustle's kind of good. No, you know what? I don't want to pitch. I should have trenched away the rock slide, I think. we're basically just buzzsawing here. Oh yes, buff it. Please buff it. Top down creepers. Deal a top X3 for each non-attack ability, so you can attack a card into your hand, then deal arcane damage. They get not super unlucky. They knew. Then we just buzzsaw. Damn it. I have the one resource left over. Oh well, he's still mitigating 2 damage. And doing 1 damage to them. Right, big swing turn. Oh, into their Mordred Tide turn. That's bad. I want my entire hand to be able to hit them. I think it's kind of worth the trade. It's probably not, but I don't want this match to go on forever. Creepers. If we can get over the creepers, we're sort of in a good position. The Mordred Tide is gonna screw us. I should have actually blocked with the Perch Grapplers, maybe. Hero. Hero. It's all worth it for the double Seek and Destroy. Was it? If it hits, create 3. They have any way to buff it? It does have go again, I suppose. I assume they just swing. Yeah. We only have 2 blocks, so... Oh. I mean, it's only 4 tokens anyway. All worth it for the Seek and Destroy. Please be worth it for the Seek and Destroy. Should even the field out. But I've made it better. If I'd done that, we still need the 1 resource to play, so I still would have had to pinch Codex. Ooh, not a good hand. But it's nice for the pitchables. But another Mordred Tide. You would kind of like to play Tome. But we do have to pitch. And 9. Oh, actually, I need the 4. Well, isn't that bad? Sort of overblocking. Do that. Let me say no. It's doing 7. I mean, it's always rune chant, so I can technically block with that. I suppose I need to lose the mask. God, what do we want to put on? I guess the battle wall. Definitely need our healing. I mean, we can sort of come back. Oh, Oasis is a good start. And A-Trap. Source of your choice is an issue. Got 5 tokens. Vexing Malice. Definitely playing the Oasis Respite. I assume these count as individual, which is awful. I have to do the Vexing Malice. Try to eat through this. Problem is, whatever comes next. It's too much damage. Unfortunately. That was a good match. Yeah, way too long. You never play this deck quickly. Alright, but with that, I'm gonna call it a day. Oh, anyone still hanging around? Thank you. Anyone watching posts? Thanks as always.